Hello and welcome. We are so back to Terraforming Mars Solo Challenge. As always, we are all alone. We have 12 generations. We had to terraform the whole planet, which in itself is interesting. But we also need to score 100 points and get the secondary win condition, which is 63 TR. You know it. I know it. Let's see if there's anything interesting here. There's Earth Tag Synergy. There's plant tag synergy for a ton of plant income. That needs to be paired with some oceans. A little bit of Venus floater information. No microbes or animals. Little bonus TR. Again, Earth tags. I saw that we had Vitor, but none of these cards have points on them. A wild tag, though, goes well with those synergies. Supply drop goes well if you have lots of things to do in the first gen. Let's come back here. So floaters we know were interesting. Miranda and Enceladus had nothing. Ganymede is interesting. What else could we do? Events or playing a bunch of cards and bringing another colony into play? What would we bring into play? Pluto? It's almost always Pluto, right? Just you add in, there's a colony that you can grab more cards from it. And then in that case, Eridor wants you to play as many different tags as possible. So there aren't a ton of tags to get from the opening. I also don't know if a wild tag counts. Wild tags are very weird. Because they can be any tag when you're taking an action, but I don't believe that they're any tag when playing the card. So I'm not sure if it gives you an income as Eridor. Obviously, the card itself has an income, which is interesting. I usually lean into something like Supplier, a little mix of energy and income here. It also is an energy tag as opposed to a no tag. Makes trading a little bit easier. But here it's like, there's a Venus, there's Earth, there's science. With the wild tag, there's some stuff you can get done here. A lot of floater synergy out the gate here. This feels like I should just be doing the events. I shouldn't be putting another company in play. Well, so the problem with Interplanetary Cinematics, you get money back on events, right? Wow, amazing. We have so many events that we could be doing. The problem is that you get a bunch of steel, and none of these cards actually use steel. Events want titanium. They want you to just have straight cash. It's so tricky because if you grabbed, 10 cards is $30, right? Like you wouldn't be able to play anything. I'm really struggling to choose a start for this one. Part of me thinks you just take Vitor, but Vitor has no benefits early on. It's just another Earth tag. But I'm going to be a believer. It would have been nice to put Pluto in the game, the colony that gives you the card draw. But with 3 cards here, and then again, the big question of what do you take? Do you take a bunch of metals? Again, I have nothing here to use as steel. Do you use titanium? You could use the titanium on some of these cards. Do you just take the energy? You probably take the energy and the steel. I don't know. I'm clicking around like a madman trying to find the synergy that makes the most sense here. But really, I think that this is going to have to be good enough. And we're going to live and let die on the bribe committee. And we're going to take basically the Venus floater synergies for forced precipitation. And then I'll take nitrogen rich as a kicker. We get 3 more cards. We get a little bit of energy income. We have some steel. Corroder suits for more Venus. That actually works well. Mars University, incredibly strong. And we are Vitor. So anytime we play a card that has points on it, we get $3 back. So I use my 4 steel on this. We get a card cycle. You take a card, you throw it away, and you get a new card off the deck. And that way you can get rid of all of your unlucky grabs. And look at that, even a fuel factory. Interesting. So the question is, we have 2 Earth tags because we can count the question mark. I could play Sponsors and then Lunar Mining, and that is 4 Earth tags for 2 titanium income. And then if I want to go crazy with it, we lose an income of energy to gain more money income and more titanium income. I don't hate that. That worked out decently. 3 titanium coming in per turn could really kickstart an economy here. Olympus Conference, a second science synergy card. Doesn't use titanium. None of these cards do. But that's okay. Miranda is in the game. So I could grab a Sub-Zero Saltfish just to have an animal. It's really going to slow me down grabbing these extra cards this early, but you know, I think it's worth it. Now, I would have enough energy to trade if I played this. The other problem is, and I'm realizing this, I need to get this Force Precipitation in play ASAP. I don't want to play either of these science tags until I have Olympus Conference. And my colonies aren't even building up resources other than Ganymede until there's a card to put them in play. So I need to buy this colony, or this this card. I could play floater prototypes, but I don't really want to get rid of anything. So I'm going to spend $2 to make a floater. Next gen, I can get a second floater with this, or 3 floaters with the other event. So no rush, but in general, we're really low on cash. So we either need to take no cards or we need to take a titanium card. Now, IO mining definitely shows up here. Everything else is kind of meh. I don't mind a business like network just for card draw, but we're just not that strong. I almost need to grab a card just for cycling, but that might just be Sub-Zero Saltfish. You know, you don't have to cycle, but I like to cycle. Yeah, so here I'm looking at Corroder Suit. This is 2 income and a Venus resource. That Venus resource is the second floater I need to get this Venus bump. Again, I could take this, but I don't want to play it before having Olympus Conference in play. And I don't want to do that until I play IO Mining. There's a lot of, like, potential for this to be a very big game, and then I get to title it, like, the best game I've had this decade. We just posted a video recently on the channel, my best game in 2 years, which I scored really well in. And my God, the reception to that has been crazy. Look at all these events. This is insane. Look, 3 oceans, a bunch of heat bumps. I'm going to have Jovians, and I'm pretty sure I can grab all this. It's going to sound crazy, but I can grab all this and still play IO mining. And now I have 5 titanium income and a whole bunch of cards that I would love to play using titanium. It hurts that I have to buy a floater, but in the future, because I don't want to play this because of the science tag and I'm greedy, I want every bit of synergy this run. But, you know, in the future, we should be able to knock all this out of the park. Where are we for? We only have 1 Jovian, but we have a wild tag. And that wild tag means I can already play like Impactor Swarm next gen if it means getting to the break point for the free heat income from this track. So Gen 4 with 5 titanium income and a bunch of cards in my hand that can use that titanium, because the scary thing about the titanium is that you might not find a card to work with it. And oh my god, topsoil. Every time you get a microbe, get money. We didn't choose the colony for microbes. We chose the colony for animals, so I would have rather seen a different card here, meat industry. But Topsoil Contract is a sick card and really opens up a lot, and even if you don't get much to synergize with it, just getting the 3 plants is nice. Lagrange, we will certainly take that. More things that use my titanium. I don't really need these. Kelp farming is too far away. Rad suits is something to invest in. It's a little trickle of money for relatively cheap, and you get a point. And I was just about to say, but I don't need it because it's such a small trickle. But I'm Vitor. I get $3 back if I play cards with points on them, and this is such a cheap card. How could you not? Again, though, we're in a little bit of a weird spot where what I want to do next is actually this air scraping, because that's going to get me to a nice break point of 4 floaters on this bad lad, and then boom, we're off to the races. This guy is piling up for floaters. I'd love to trade next gen, but I'm not going to be able to unless I use titanium to do it. I don't think I want to use titanium to trade, but I could. Certainly right now the impactor swarms, like I mentioned earlier, getting a little bit of that heat coming in, and boop, that gives me a heat income. And what do you know? I'll have 8 heat next gen. I could even have the government give me a free bump for heat, and then I'll be in the one heat bump away from the next heat income. Right, and then we can focus on having the government help us with things that we're missing. Okay, so Terraforming Ganymede for the highest end scoring is another Jovian multiplier, so we're certainly interested in this. We also have a wild tag which synergizes with a TR for everything. It's super expensive. We'll see it at the end of the game. This bad lad doesn't have points on it, but it is income for a resource that we don't have much of. I'd even love the industrial microbes, but I have so many things that I need to play. There's just no way that I can distract myself. So let's do that heat bump, that heat bump. Again, we could do some of these big space events and do a lot of terraforming. I think what I need to do first is get Olympus Conference. That's going to give us a little bit of money back and give us some card cycling. Do I want to get rid of this energy income? I mean, I'm not sure that that was the right choice, but it's the choice I made. Alright, so artificial photosynthesis, that'll get us a free card. It'll also get us the card cycle. It gave us Steelworks. This could really... I usually hate going Oxgang, which is the cards that take energy and make steel, because I'd rather use that energy to trade, and if not trade, I'd rather that turn into heat and heat the planet. I might keep this one around because... basically, the reason Oxgang is bad is because oxygen is so strong points-wise to put greeneries, because a greenery is worth a point at the end, a greenery beside a city is worth a point at the end, and the oxygen that the greenery gives you is a point. So getting oxygen from other cards can really hurt your endgame scoring. But I mean, damn, if it works, it works. Let's go ahead and do another thing for 2 floaters. We got a large convoy, which is incredible for animals. I mean, there's so many little things here. I guess we're Sub-Zero Salt Fish. I mean, I'm gonna pray that we get something different. Oh, Titan Shells. Okay. Where are we for science tags right now? We're pretty high up. I'd love to see... well... this colony is loaded to the gills with plants. 3 titanium for some plants seems pretty reasonable. Maybe we take this little bit of heat income, and then we spend the 3 titanium to get the plants. Even though it doesn't get us a greenery this turn, with 5 titanium coming in per gen, we should be able to do that at least once. And now it's time to get some help perhaps on the oceans. We'll go here, take another blank. Cryosleep for cheap trading, methane from Titan for more Jovians. Jovians? Holy... I can't grab all this, though. Like, this is so much. But they all have points on them, so I have $3 off of everything. But eventually, $3 off of everything is just no money left over at the end of the day. Oh, man. How many plant tags do I have? None. Like, I want a cryo sleep, I want a rad suits. This Venus bump is free. I want to trade. I would have loved to get a colony at this point, but we'll go and grab 4 floaters, so we have 2 more sets of Venus bumps lined up. I mean, if I was going to cryo sleep this turn, I should have just done it. Titan Shuttles works well with even, like, Red Spot, right? It can load other cards. Perhaps, like, I have all these space tags, right? Space tags. I think you gotta go Asteroid Mining Consortium and get another titanium income. I could convoy from Europa, and I should. If only because I'm gonna get more cards, and it'll get me my first greenery. And actually, that placement gave me enough for rad suits. Not only rad suits, but a trading colony. So +1 to trading. I could, you know, have floaters forever. If I use Titan shuttles just to make more titanium, for instance, I could build a colony on Titan, get 3 titanium right away, and in the future, it'll reload and be 3, you know, floaters per gen. And I can mix and match where they go. So, some huge bonus benefits from trading colony, even if the next time I use it is just to convert into plants. There's a lot to love here. We have so many things to do with our titanium, though. It's so hard to even think about terraforming. I want cards that have points on them. Nitrogen at least comes with the TR that I need. I need some TR. All of this I feel is a distraction, despite the fact that heat would be really good for us. Let's keep this going. Give me a quick crow sleep. Let's see. Do we get anything interesting from the card cycle card draw? Oh, I hit cancel. I wanted to click view. I have 5 earth tags. This could be one as well. So it's almost certainly worth playing the cartel. The trading colony also makes sense, but only after Titan shuttles. I just don't have enough money for everything. Surprise, surprise. The energy turning into heat this turn wouldn't be so bad. I guess we just do this. It can place onto itself. Next turn we'll get more floaters. Then I topsoil, which is nice. Then I cartel. We're up to 14 income. Not an insane amount, to be honest. And again, I could trade for 2 energy. 2 energy for 2 plants. It's better to let these build up, though, honestly, just because I have the +1 to trade. There's just no way that's not going to be the right decision. One more oxygen, perhaps? Atmos scoop, yes. Heavy taxation, yes. Mining area is interesting. It's a bit late. But I don't have a steel income yet. So now, I mean, heavy taxation's looking good. Trading colony's looking good. I don't have any, like, raw card draw. I do have a bonus TR coming from this, which is nice. Yeah, okay. I'm just wondering if I want the card draw, right? Like, even Lagrange could get me, like, a discount card. So let me just do that for a second. Mohole Lake, way expensive. Perhaps I get rid of the mining area after all? I don't know, I keep going back and forth. AI Central, though, huge card. Hard to justify doing, though, because it's so expensive. But yeah, there's Titan shuttles, loaded way up. Again, even like Atmos Scoop is going to be sick. I mean, if what I need the most is cards, then I should AI Central for sure. Right, there's no question. If I need just titanium this turn, that's a ton of titanium. Do I have any oceans coming down? Yeah, no, I think we AI Central. It's a bit weird. Oh, I have to grab food. 1 second. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. I need to step away for dinner. I really thought this would be a fast run, but it turns out that we're 20 minutes in and it has not been fast. One thing I'm worried about is getting to 63 TR, but that shouldn't be a problem as long as we can play Terraforming Ganymede. So, Magnetic Shield Dome, we don't have the energy, we don't need the TR, we can throw that card away. We're not getting any of the big science payouts. No anti-grav, mass converter, all that stuff, which would have been really nice at this point. We do get our 2-card draw, though. Advanced Alloys. Now that plus 6 titanium, plus the fact that it's a science tag, is all mighty, mighty fine. Again, 3 plants goes to 4 plants. That's a greenery this turn. We can let our resources pile up here for a second. Unless, is this the turn that I cash out all of those titaniums? I mean, maybe. There's a lot here. Giant Ice Asteroid would do a lot for us. You know what? Let's give that a shot. I like this. I like Cupola City. I don't love the Molehole Lake just because it's so expensive and I have no steel income. Magnetic Shield Dome, that also solves the TR problem. You have to get basic TR to be able to get to 63 TR. There isn't enough TR available through doing all 3 metrics. But with 8 titanium, I mean, what do? Do you Ice Asteroid? The benefits of Ice Asteroid, of course, are that you are A, terraforming the planet, B, you're getting these water adjacencies, and it's fast. Like, it's something that you absolutely want to play. The other one is a little bit more patient. You play Methane from Titan. It has points on it, so you get rebates. You get the income sooner, and you just delay the gratification on Ice Asteroid. We can even get Ice Asteroid next gen. I think you gotta do it that way. You gotta just be patient, right? If you can get a couple rounds more of production, that gets us to a breakpoint on the heat bump next gen. We need a lot of heat. I think it makes sense. We also need a lot of oxygen and those oceans. I mean, it could be nice to put an ocean down in between. But there's also an ocean from the bottom of the board. Maybe we'll take the oxygen? I don't know. Ecological zone is nice. Imported nutrients. If we had a card that took microbes, we do have something that gives us, you know, money every time we get microbes. The problem is I don't have a single card that accumulates them. We should still take it, though. It uses titanium. Ecological zone is interesting. It's a plant tag. It could open up a few things for us. In particular, with a wild tag and this plant tag, we're very close to whatever it is, the nitrogen-rich asteroid. So the tricky thing here is I need forced precipitation to get floaters. I can do that with an Atmos scoop, or I can do that by trading. Either way, I think the giant ice asteroid makes sense. The red spot is also very interesting, but I want the oceans played so that I have something to water walk on, i.e., you know, place greeneries beside other greeneries or oceans for money back. Again, Cupola up here for points or down here for a cheap ocean, both make sense. Because I have the energy, what do I do? Lake Marineris. Now that is something. That means that we have all the oceans and we don't need to go grab one from the bottom. It also means that if I were to play this and this, that would be enough to get this nitrogen-rich income. The problem is I wouldn't have enough money. almost no matter what I do. And I think I want to keep grabbing Venus bumps. Even though, like, 5 plants is incredible. Right? Because 5 plants would give me another placement bonus. But here, forced precipitation and then a little bleed over to Titan. That keeps this one in the running. If I can keep Venus nice and terraformed, Atmoscoop can be used for heat instead of Venus, which is not something you see very often. That means I don't want to play Red Spot. I have too much pressure to need more and more floaters, you know? That's what's been tricky. Ecological zone. It also allows me to place around the board. Not something I had considered. Perhaps we could grab the steel then. Plantation. And then here, I don't want to lose energy to Cupola City because I need at least 2 to trade. Here I get... I mean, look, Red Spot is so many points. It's a science tag, card draw, card cycle. You gotta do it. Even though I didn't get a chance to synergize it. And look at that, Research Outpost. A card I am very happy to have. And even if this has to load itself, that's fine. Now, Ironworks I don't need. Fuel generators I will certainly take. But yeah. We want a city here. It's hard to put the city I just got down because I can't touch anything. Standard Technology is a great science tag. Luna Metropolis is so many great points, but there's no time to make the money back, so it's just a points play. Transadaptude Pro is also science, which is card draw, card cycle, and you get half the money back on it. Black Polar Dust. We got a bunch of crap cards that we do not care about. Earth Elevator. Don't care about that either. The problem is, too, like, I do want to go grab these plants. Like, there's 6 plants to get. It does mean I need to get floaters from other sources to fire off. You need to go... here. Ironworks, we don't need that. Space elevator's cool and all, but like, no. No thank you. I don't know, man. I don't think I have enough Venus or heat bumps. I could get luckier with a Venus bump, so let's use the Atmoscoop to do heat, and this can go on forced precipitation, keeping this bumping happening. Greenery, that gets a heat bump. The heat is very close. I do have 2 science or 2 plant tags plus this wild, so nitrogen rich is pretty viable. I'm really nervous though that we're not gonna have enough to cross the line here. We never ended up getting any energy cards for Steelworks, and we certainly have more cards that we want to play than we're even gonna have titanium to do. So this is a chance to go and pick up those plants though. Okay, Lake Marineris is gonna be playable next turn. A couple ways to get oceans and plants. This is gonna get us 2 more Titan shuttles. Again, there's some standard tech that is at least some card cycle, card draw. I could play it. Again, right now I don't have enough energy to make Steelworks work. I also have quite a few cards that don't even make sense to have. Bushes, though, that's pretty strong. And, okay. Whew, here we go into the last gem. We have a lot, and I mean a lot to do. We don't have many rebates or discount cards. These cards, oh my god, meat industry, spin-off, all of this would have been incredible. Even ice cap melting is like such a cheap ocean, but at this point, right, you wanna get all the points. So you really take all this? Like, I don't have the money to do all this, but I'm gonna take it anyway because I'll be damned if I'm gonna let the game bully me into not playing the super combos at the end. Alright, so this is a little annoying. Because I have to put all 3 in the same spot. Also, I probably didn't need cutting edge because none of these cards have requirements. Oh, God. But hey, card draw, card cycle. Again, I don't have enough energy for steelwork, so that's fine. Spin-off is the cards over 20. Restricted area is also a really cheap way to get stuff. Every city in play. Am I going to play another city? No. So this will be profitable. I mean, I may have played another city if I played Cupola before the oxygen got too high, but we weren't in that situation. So now I get money back on animals. A big way to get some cards right now would be the large convoy. And I should take it for plants, but I'm going to take it for animals, even though they're half pointers. Yeah, we need a lot. Even luxury food. I'm just going to play this, right? Like, because it's going to be good. It's going to be fine. What do I mean by that? I mean the fact that it costs me $5, but I get 3 back, right? What's the worst that could happen? Ooh, this is a lifesaver. Hydrogen to Venus means that I have 1 billion floaters here. Not that I can do that much terraforming with it, but it does mean that when I trade, I can take 3 floaters and put them on Titan shuttles and 1 on Red Spot instead of having to put 3 on that Venus card. So then we convert. Well, we still have... Oh, it's too late. I can't click out of the button once I've started it. I was going to say I could get lucky and like play Trans-Neptune, for instance. We get a card draw, we get a card cycle. Maybe I get something more efficient to play. If I had gotten just generic discounts, like 1 Anti-Grav or Earth Catapult, which I know are strong cards, but still, like Airliners, huge. Venusian Plants, huge. Luxury, huge. You just start making profit by playing cards. And that's such a huge difference. And again, I get money for every microbe card I have in play. So it's a sin that I don't have any microbe cards, right, to collect microbes at all. Because I'm about to get a whole bunch of them. This is at least free. Good TR there. Comet for Venus. Again, it's cool. Cards over 20 give me extra card draw. Yeah, and like Terraforming Ganymede, of course, is like 7 TR and 2 more points. It's like a million billion in terms of like how strong it is. I, you know, don't know that I see a pathway. But at the same time, we're somehow here. We're somehow here in this moment. So like Venus bump. This Venus bump is pretty cheap. Like, but how would you get the oxygen? I see the strip mine, don't get me wrong. How do you not play this, though? The 2 animals. Again, I'm giving up the 3 microbes, which not only would benefit me, but also give me money. I need money more than anything. How would you go about getting those heat bumps? Let's buy a card. How would you go about getting those heat bumps? The thing is, if we terraform the whole planet, we don't get the terraforming Ganymede, and we can still hit 63 TR. So let me throw some of these away for a minute. Because I have enough money that I can buy 3 heat bumps. That sounds insane, but they only cost me 11 each because I have the rebates from Standard Technology. Now, that does not leave me enough to play Strip Mine. Right, Strip Mine, I need $18 in hand. I would have like $3 in hand. So that would have been the way to win the game in terms of getting the terraforming rating all the way up. In lieu of that, I do have, I believe, a science resource here. So this is $8 for more gambling. And what am I hoping for? I don't know. Probably not ecological research, which is too bad. This would have been a bonus TR. Yikes. So yeah, at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I sold all my cards, I'd be $1 short of Terraforming Ganymede, which is what I would want to do at this point to bail out. If I'm not going to win, I should at least get 63 TR and 1,000,000 points. That's not on the table. So, luxury foods. Is this... Am I serious right now? Because if I strip mine, it gets me the rest of the oxygen, but it doesn't actually get me the gain. I have to do at least 1 standard heat bump. And then I don't know how to do this, right? Because $18, I need to sell 5 cards, and I have 4. Because I just play luxury food like an idiot. Literally, I was $1 off of Terraforming Ganymede, and now because I just made a mistake, I'm $1 off of Terraforming or Strip Mine. Really? $1, 18, right? I need $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can't sell this, or I won't have the card to play. Interesting. Well, yeah, I talk about scrubbing the ending. I'm so sorry, gang. We could have had 63 TR easy, but instead I gambled trying to get us the trifecta and save this and make it a winning run. Instead, the best I could do is an imported nutrients, which I can't even place it for 2 plants. And again, those 4 microbes didn't give me money. And look, I'm 1 plant away from an extra greenery. What a finale. Ugh. I actually, like, for a second there, thought we might have it. We were deceivingly close. Could this point total have been higher? Certainly. Extra greeneries. Playing Terraforming Ganymede at the end would also have made points off of IO mining, synergizing with it. So it actually would have been like an 8-point card. No, sorry, it would have been 8 TR, because it would have been 6 plus 1, plus itself. So 8 TR, and then 3 points, 2 on the card and 1 on the other. So it would have been an 11-point difference. We would have had at least 63 TR. If I didn't buy the fancy foods, I would have had 63 TR because I would have been able to do these 2 oxygen bumps. Instead, I got 7 plants, which are nothing. At least if it was 1 more plant, I would get 2 more points worth of greeneries. But anyway, what a could could have been run. A little bit of discount, a little bit of rebates. I don't know how many cards we played, right? 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. And then if you include the preludes, what is that? 56? Like, damn, Daniel. That's a lot of cards played. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Ciao for now.